Spirituality has become a marketplace, where people buy peace, chase alignment, and search for God through guided meditations, crystals, incense, and thousands of dollars retreats. But what if I told you that the more I spent chasing God, the further I drifted from Him? You've probably seen it: crystals for clarity, incense for peace, courses that promise to unlock your divine energy, but leading us further away from true healing, not closer. This confession is not just another story, it's a wake-up call. This is the continuation of our previous episode, where we heard from someone who went deep into the world of spiritual consumerism and came out with a truth that might make you rethink your entire journey. If you've ever asked, why do I still feel empty after doing all the right spiritual things? This video is for you. This is Dangerous African Confession HD. But before we go into the message, don't forget to follow our Telegram channel. The link will be in the description below. Let's go and listen to the message.
The main problem is that they don't tell you that spiritual consumerism creates dependence. You always need the next activation, the next kit, the next insight from your mentor. It doesn't empower you. It enslaves you to systems dressed up as sacred. You see, it all came crashing down the day I was asked to lead a virtual session on inner alignment. Me, the one still crying in the bathroom every night. Still angry at my parents. Still running from God. Still broken. Still lost. That's when I broke. I realized I had become a brand, but not a believer. I had become a product, but not a person. You see, I got to a place of healing. But it wasn't another journal, or another detox, or another dollar soul unlock class. It was stillness, silence, and truth. I went back to basics. I picked up the word. I cried without recording it. I prayed without lighting candles. I confessed, not to strangers online, but to God. And that's where I found myself again. I need to let you understand that, if your spirituality has turned into a performance, if your growth is just more consumption, if you've lost your voice trying to mimic others, then maybe what you call spirituality is actually misalignment in disguise. You can't find your identity in products. You find it in presence. I want to end this here by saying that I'm not against healing circles. I'm not saying all retreats are evil. But if they become your God, if they become your crutch, then you're not growing, you're just spending. Let my mistake be your lesson. Because what you're looking for isn't out there. It's within you. It always was. And it is only God that can guide you. You see, I went through emotional, financial, and spiritual price paid for chasing spiritual shortcuts. I thought I was investing in my soul. But all I did was spend my peace to buy someone else's performance. This is hard to say. But if you're deep in it like I was, chasing instant breakthroughs, then you need to know those shortcuts come with a price. There is the financial manipulation. I've spent over $10,000 on crystals, courses, tarot readings, full moon events, manifestation retreats, online profits, chakra cleanses, and lightworker activations. They never tell you the cost up front. They call it an energy exchange. But let me tell you the truth, they are selling salvation dressed as self-care. And if you hesitate, they say you're blocking your own blessing. That you don't value your growth enough. So you empty your wallet. Then your bank account. And finally, your heart. Another angle is the emotional burnout. I started waking up tired. Not physically, spiritually. Because I was running from retreat to retreat, journal to journal, affirmation to affirmation. Each one promising healing. Each one leaving me emptier than the last. I was burned out from trying to force alignment. Burned out from pretending I had arrived when I was still bleeding inside. The other side too is that I was given false hope over and over again. You see, every time I bought something, It came with the same lie, this is the one. This will finally unlock the abundance. This will bring clarity. But after the candles died and the incense cleared, I was left in silence, still confused. Still anxious, still lost. Then spiritually, you will start starving. The most dangerous part. I stopped hungering for God. I had so many spiritual leaders that I didn't even recognize the shepherd's voice anymore. I replaced prayer with TikTok reels. I replaced conviction with comfort. And I told myself I was doing the work. But I wasn't transforming. I was just consuming. One night, after another expensive healing session that left me feeling even more broken, I screamed. Literally screamed. Because I realized I was being spiritually scammed. I was being sold peace. I must say that the silence was the scariest part. No music. No meditations. No voices from online prophets. Just silence. I had stopped everything. No more courses. No more energy circles. I even deleted the apps, the ones that sent me a daily download from the universe. I went cold turkey on spiritual consumerism. And it felt like detox. But in that stillness, God met me. I sat on the floor one night and said the simplest, most painful prayer I'd ever prayed. God, I'm sorry. I was chasing you everywhere, except where you've always been. No incense. No affirmations. No sacred oils. Just brokenness and honesty. And then, early the next morning, something shifted. Not externally, but internally. I didn't hear a booming voice. There was no angelic visitation. But there was peace. Deep, sobering peace. For the first time in years, I didn't need someone else to interpret my soul. I didn't need to purchase my worth. I didn't need to prove anything by how spiritual I looked. I just needed presence. And I realized God had never left. I was the one who outsourced him. I started reading the Bible again. Slowly. Not to preach it, post it, or prove anything, but to feed. And the words felt alive. Be still and know that I am God. Seek me and you will find me. My sheep know my voice. That last one hit the hardest, because I had forgotten his voice under all the noise. I began to walk in a freedom that cost nothing, yet changed everything. A freedom that no guru, coach, or divine download ever gave me. I realized I didn't need to be activated. I needed to be aligned. And that alignment didn't come through sage, sound baths, or 7-step programs. It came through stillness, surrender, and the truth. If you're watching this, and you've been chasing God through products and experiences, I want to tell you the truth I wish someone told me earlier. You cannot buy alignment. You embody it. You cannot consume your way into connection. You cultivate it. And if God is silent, maybe it's because he's waiting for you to stop outsourcing his voice. I'm not against healing circles. I'm not saying all retreats are evil. But if they become your God, if they become your crutch, then you're not growing, you're just spending. Let my mistake be your lesson. Because what you're looking for isn't out there. It's within you. It always was.
It's time we ask ourselves, are we truly growing? Or just spiritually shopping? You don't need to buy your connection to God. You don't need to subscribe to the latest spiritual trend. You are already worthy. You are already seen. If this confession touched you, share it with someone else who might be searching for peace in all the wrong places. Let's stop outsourcing our spirituality and come back to the source. Subscribe to this channel for more real, raw stories and spiritual awakening content. Leave a comment and tell us your own experience with spiritual consumerism. Like this video if it gave you something to reflect on. And remember, you don't buy alignment. You embody it. That is it all for this message. Check back or put on your notification for more confessions and an eye-opening experience. I will meet you in the next episode.